What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Lockdown 23 and 1. As always, we have a lineup of crime and lockup related content coming your way. If that's what you're into, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. So let's go ahead and start this puppy off with a bang. We're traveling down to Kern Valley State Prison in California. And we have Mr. Daniel here, who's serving a life sentence for murder and is facing another one for murdering his cellmate. Now, routinely, just like many other prisons, guards do their rounds every 30 minutes or so to make sure that, everything's going good, no one's being hurt. And when these guards rolled up on Daniel's cell, they seen his cellmate Eric on the ground with his hands and feet bound together in a hog-tied fashion, as well as ligatures to his neck, and Daniel is the prime suspect of his cellmate Eric's murder. It's crazy to think that you're stuck in a cell with someone like this. Look at him. Okay, you're in a cell. You walk in, you see him, and next thing you know, he's going to be killing you. I mean, that's pretty damn treacherous, man. People don't really put this stuff into perspective, but when you go into a cell with someone, you just never know. You just never know what the other person's capable of. But let's hear the news story give their 2 cents on this situation.
Also in your 17 Court Watch tonight, a Kern County jury has convicted a man of killing another inmate at Kern Valley State Prison. According to the district attorney's office, Daniel Olguin killed his cellmate Eric Moreno in 2018. Moreno was found unresponsive during a routine inmate check with his hands and feet tied together behind his back. The coroner says he had been strangled. Olguin faces life in prison without parole when he is sentenced September 21st.
You think dude really cares if he's convicted for another murder? He's already doing life, man. In California, I'm pretty sure they don't have the death penalty, or at least, they ain't used it in forever. So he ain't really scared of nothing. He can go to a hole for 7 months. He could care less. But if you're to ask me, he's killing people on the streets. He's killing people in prison. Whatever the case is, chances are, later on down the road, he's probably going to kill again. But I don't know. Maybe sitting in the hole for the next 5 years will calm him down or make him even more of an animal. And, one more thing before we move into the next story, there's prison murders all across the country. But when it comes to California, usually if I were to hear someone got killed in, let's say, New Jersey in a cell or something, chances are I would think to myself, it was probably a one-on-one dispute, little disagreement, and homeboy took it to the next level, ended up taking someone's life. Either accidentally or on purpose, but it's usually like some kind of personal situation. But when it comes to California, I'm sure there's a lot of personal killings going on that doesn't really have any kind of connections to anything else. But when I hear of someone being killed in California, I can't help but to think that it has a much deeper meaning and purpose to it than just a personal altercation. But, that's just from me, hearing so many stories from people in California and how the politics run compared to many other states. Next up, we have an inmate found dead inside of an Ohio prison. Initial reports say that 25-year-old Trevor Barr was discovered in his cell with apparent self-inflicted wounds. Investigators still have not disclosed much on this situation, but a lot of people that die in prison, some of the first things that people think, especially if they see something around their neck or something like that, that it was self-harm. But how easy is it for someone to kill someone and throw a noose on their neck and dip out the cell? It's very easy. So every time I hear someone died of a self-inflicted wound or something like that behind prison walls, I'm always very skeptical. And this man was only facing 2 years in prison, probably had less than a year left. So why would he do such a thing? I don't know. Maybe he did. The investigation's still going on, but he was in there for child endangerment. And in prison, man, if you have any kind of charges that is along the lines of something against children, it's going to be very hard for you. So who knows? It could have been extremely hard, little 2 years that he had to do, and he couldn't take it no more. But you always got to keep an open mind, because it's very easy to set up a situation to look like someone took their life, right? Which brings us into the next story. Traveling down to Minnesota, Mr. Castle Rogers right here was found dead in his cell as well, with a noose around his neck. Not to mention a bunch of meth and fentanyl scattered around the cell. Now, when they found this man and wrote up the report, they said that it was from some kind of self-inflicted harm. Why would a guy be in a cell with a noose around his neck and a bunch of meth and fentanyl laying around, on the ground? It just makes no sense. And not to mention, what else was on his neck was a stab wound. with a couple more little lacerations on his arm. But still, the write-up on this situation from the COs was self-inflicted harm. But I guess someone like a family member or something doesn't really agree with the situation because the investigation's still going and it's changed to a homicide, right? But the initial reports for the first few months was self-inflicted harm. So take it how you want it. I'm just showing you that, not everything happens like how you might think it happens. So me personally, I don't know if I got trust issues or what, but if I hear any kind of stories along these lines, man, I'm always second guessing it. Next up, we have Mr. Diaper Changer here. That's right. What the hell could he have done to get that nickname? Well, I'm going to let the news channel tell you, and then I'm going to tell you what he's probably going to be expecting in prison.
Well, a man who allegedly pretended to have special needs to get women to change his diapers has been arrested yet again. You recall in 2019, state police said 31-year-old Rutledge Diaz III was pretending to be the brother of a younger special needs man online. He reportedly hired babysitters to come to his house and treat him like a child, including changing his diaper. He pleaded guilty last year, was put on probation. And now a few days ago, detectives learned he was allegedly doing the same thing, except this time he allegedly told one of the victims he was undergoing alternative therapy and asked her to recruit more babysitters. Diaz has been arrested and charged with human trafficking.
He was trying to recruit more babysitters, and by doing so, he got human trafficking. I don't know how they came up with that one, but I'm sure there's some kind of loophole in the law of human trafficking where this fits right in. Anyways, this guy, man, he's probably be doing some serious time. He was already on probation for the same crime, and as a lot of you know, I've been telling you throughout the years, if you get caught up with the same crime that you're on probation for, chances are you're gonna get greased and oiled from here to kingdom come. Smoke trail's gonna be longer than a Chattanooga train set. But sentencing for this man is going to be the least of his worries. As soon as he goes into that cell block and the fellas find out his charges, man, they might just turn him inside out. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of crime and prison news for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. Check out all the links in the description of the video. Add me up on my second channel, Mr. Death, and my TikTok as well. It's jumping. I just dropped the prison tattoo machine video over there, and people are loving it. I like to say one more quick thing before I sign out that I don't nearly say enough, and I truly mean it. I thank you all for being consistent with the views and the support. Without y'all, none of this would be possible. So with that being said, I salute to every last one of you been supporting me since the beginning, and everybody who's just now joining the lockdown compound. Y'all be easy, be safe, and stay free.